I'm doing it. I want to see stuff. The second Project Exodus? What? Wait, is this gonna explain the radio broadcast in Xenoblade 3 by saying there's 2 Project Exoduses?
We got a basic plan,
Or like a whole parallel universe thing?
Meet me in command.
Roger. Let's move.
I keep on debating if I want to talk during load screens because I never know how long they're gonna go
Ever
on.
since Void turned up, we've been witnessing ganglion remnants stirring back to life, all across Mira.
They're as vulnerable as us, what with the DMAT events and ghosts. But they've also got an objective that'll have lit a fire under them.
Objective? Oh, Void's floating continent.
Volataris is a special place. Those who heard Void's call have begun some holy pilgrimage there, for the promise of a new world under their creator's leadership. They may be fragmented at best, and little more than a minor nuisance, but these recent events have granted them new purpose.
You'd think they'd want to regroup quietly. Instead, they're out there raising hell.
I'm glad they've kicked the blues, but throwing an all-you-can-loot and plunder buffet? That part I don't love.
Remember, they were a coalition. Their mission, to eradicate Samar's descendants, including us. Tiger cannot so easily change its stripes.
The fight for survival, it never ends, huh?
We've come a long way indeed. This place, it is our second home. We've overcome the odds, made it a safe haven. DMAT events, ghosts, ganglion. We must remain firm against these ever-present threats. In addition, we must reclaim the cores Void stole and prepare to leave for a new world. Bluntly, the only choice left for us now is to run.
In other words, we're talking about a second Project Exodus.
Just when we've beaten that damn Luxar. We just can't seem to catch a break, can we?
No kidding. Just when I was starting to put down some roots here.
So that's what I meant by second Project Exodus. Presumably we'll still be around here, because how would the game go on otherwise? It is what it is.
Guess so. Don't mean it's not a kick in the teeth.
I also can't help but find similarities to the
I do
DLC
share
story
your
of
grief.
Xenoblade 3,
However, we must face the facts.
considering the villain of that
The
one is set off for a new
dematerialization
world too.
phenomenon is spreading, and eventually it will engulf the planet in its entirety. This truth is unequivocal. And this time, it's not just humanity's future that's at stake. Our aim now is to evacuate all races that live on Mira.
Every single one?
Of course, all those that would be amenable to our proposal. Regrettably, any life forms we cannot communicate with will not be considered.
That's quite, how should we say, egoistic, no?
Well, I mean, how much stuff can you take into a new world? Depends.
I understand how you feel. I didn't propose it lightly. But frankly, it's just not feasible to do otherwise. Some species are dangerous, some others simply too violent. With the time we have and the available personnel, finding a way to save them all is impossible.
Okay, but even narrowing it down just to the sentient races, will that work?
Good point. If our only choice is to build a lifeboat, making something big enough, it's gonna take some time.
We've agreed on a cooperative partnership with the Manon to obtain a ship.
We're going to use the Manon ship, the one over NLA.
You betcha. Eyeballing it, it should have the capacity. Enough to carry all evacuees. Of course, it'll need a fair bit of retrofitting.
We'll need to incorporate the Ares jump drive and the Lifehold Core's protoplasmic fluid system. But if we work together, we should make it before the Reaper comes a-knockin'.
Why, that's feeding 3 cooks with 1 stove.
Right, so that part we've got tied up with a bow.
We've already contacted all known Xeno communities. They should be apprised of the plan. Sadly, some of them did respond they're planning to go down with a planet, but most are currently in the process of relocating to NLA.
Then we've got no time to lose.
Right.
As of now, all active Blade personnel are ordered to give this plan the highest degree of priority.
Broadly, we have 2 objectives. Helping to construct the escape vessel and supporting those who want to come to NLA. It's all hands on deck. We may require troops to take assignments across division lines. Be ready for anything.
Roger. Recap. We may get assigned stuff outside of our official divisions, right?
Right. First off, we should head back to the barracks. Make sure we're prepared for anything.
Okay.
Chapter 13, Act 2. Plan to relocate all races on Mirror to NLA is on. Blades are to help with building the escape vessel and to assist all those willing to join you. But yeah, definitely Xenoblade 3 future redeemed vibes with Alvis and that wanting to take a certain group of people to a whole new world. A whole new something to a whole new world. Whatever the heck the thingamabob that he was talking about was. I said gangly at first and I was a little bit confused. And I do wonder if this does end up taking the format of Xenoblade 1 Definitive Edition's new epilogue, where it kind of served to tease the future stuff coming up. I wonder if 1, 2, 3, X, and Xenosaga are all going to be brought in to face some sort of universe ender threat. Like the Great One, the Void, or something like that. But we'll see if it takes the one definitive kind of approach, or if this is going to be like a standalone thing that ends up being wrapped up here.
Where's the fire?
Here's the deal, right? You know how we're helping wire in the Ares jump drive system, don't you?
Yes, so we've heard.
But actually, we're not really experts on this skill in Ares stuff, are we? So we went and asked that fandom guy, and he said you guys are the usual go-tos around here.
I see. Let me guess. You'd like us to go to the hangar and advise your scientists?
You got it!
We'll go now.
Wow, thank you! You guys are just the pizza toppings!
I love the portrait of the random guy back there. Also, I know the Manon have, like, high-pitched voices typically, but that one took me a little bit off guard. That was a little bit different to the ones in the main game, I feel like. Like, the voice-changing thing was handled in a little bit of a different direction, was the impression that I got, so it threw me for a loop. It sounded like the voices of the Manon before had sex with a kazoo and some other weird instrument or something. This is what it kind of sounded like.
Nice of you all to drop by. How's it poppin'?
Friend Al really loves saying that.
His idea of a gag. Don't get too hung up on it.
That's right. Someone asks how it's poppin', you say?
Terrible, of course. Yourself?
Better than you, meaning terrific.
Tatsu mystified.
It is as we have been told. It takes 2 minds to tango.
Hey, Al.
Ask me.
Hey Gwen, how's it poppin'?
Naturally terrible. And how about you?
Not awful enough for you to be worrying about.
Huh?
You haven't changed a bit. Say, you've been out of this world. Got any words of wisdom for us from the great beyond?
It's not that kind of highfalutin place. More than anything, it was dull, like a cheap roadside motel.
Please, we would love to hear your choice morsels.
Me too. Color me curious.
Way to gang up on me. I'm warning you, it's a slog.
I'll be the judge of that.
No pressure, huh? Fine. But you're buying the round. Bunch of busybodies. So, before the white whale crashed, a bunch of ghosts got me cornered. I was cut off. Just as my goose seemed cooked, something opened up in front of me. And also, I felt this huge pull at the same time. My body inside the Ares. We were being sucked right in through the opening. Beyond that was a sight to behold. If space could have edges, that was a place where you could see them all. Thinking about it now, and to get a little technical, it was a nexus of parallel universes. It was like the backstage of space, the border town of all universes. You might call it a rift between worlds. Light years beyond the realm of human science. But strangely, most of the Ares features kept functioning as normal. Sure, the sensor suite adapted for human tech kept throwing errors. But the main transceiver never stopped logging huge quantities of some kind of data. And you might think I dreamed all this up, but somehow I could understand what that data was. Not logically, intuitively. You ready? Well, what came flooding into me in the Ares was the consciousness of all living things across all universes. Instinctively, I stopped myself from trying to perceive them one by one. The human brain isn't built to handle something like that. I could tell in an instant. I think I got that one from an old sci-fi flick, but I'd say it was the right call. Now, the Ares was a step ahead of me. It sifted through that huge torrent of data, presented me with the information I most wanted in that moment. How to escape the world of the Rift and get back to this one. The Ares was kind enough to show me the way back home. It's thanks to its help that I came back at all. Well, the universe Earth was a part of was destroyed. This one with Mira is a completely different one. So maybe back is the wrong word.
Sounds like quite the trip. So that's your plan for us to leave this universe? You're proposing we use the Ares to make our escape?
Well, more or less.
But?
I don't really understand exactly how I got here. One slip up and I'd be washed away in that stream. I might never have been able to escape it. That world. It's a mind prison.
A prison?
Void Seat. I think he was held there. His consciousness, at least. You told me about the Vita, how it was a vessel to facilitate Void's coming. I guess what it did was channel his soul in some shape or form, freeing him of his shackles.
What does that mean, though?
Now hold on a sec. That's like how our MIMs work.
No way.
All the loose threads seem to be coming together.
Perhaps Void escaped from his cell by tracking the Ares as it left the rift between worlds. It would explain the impeccable timing. And here's the kicker. The thing that's in the Vita, it's not just his mind, it's his body, too.
When the Ares first appeared in this world, it was shortly before we encountered you, right? Then the Ghost's appearance and the DMAT events. It's possible that it caused both of them to manifest.
Wait. I see you trying to connect all the dots. Don't you think you're jumping the gun?
Maybe. But when Void showed up and attacked my world to claim the Ares, think about it. That was exactly when the Ghosts appeared.
Huh. What are we thinking then? Cause and effect, or... Void said he brought worlds into Concord. I feel like I'm starting to get the picture here.
Must be urgent.
Yeah. We need you in Oblivia. Hoping you could track down a man-on engineer.
Roger. Let's hear the details.
Here you go. The guy is in charge of the jump drive design. Apparently, he had a part in mind for the Crux, but it was sitting in a ganglion stronghold, so we had him get it.
That's a bold move, Commander.
What can I say? These are desperate times, so... We did assign an escort, but then Ganglion found him and we lost contact.
Understood. That's enough to go on. We'll head for Oblivia ASAP.
Good hunting.
Let's move.
So everything is tied together through multiverse shenanigans, considering he was in the space between worlds, and they made sure to include the little bits that showed Xenoblade Chronicles 1, then 3, then 2, to show it's all connected, all different worlds and stuff. I guess not all different worlds, but different times, because you could argue that Xenoblade 3 is the future of the worlds of both 1 and 2. And I guess you saw 1 and then 3 and then 2, so... if that little bit of detail matters. But I want to, out of curiosity, do I want to try this out for fun? Looking at the skulls here. I am just kind of, oh my goodness, the lag. curious about these arts, because they're different from normal Ares arts. Normal Ares skulls just have, like, 2 on this side and then 2 on this side, which I don't think I've ever showcased during any of my playthroughs, because I never got any during my playthroughs here. But I have played around with Ares 90 a decent bit during the first time I played this game. Data Line Wing? Does ether damage inflicts ether res down? I just want to see them. Okay. I just want to see the different arts that come with this. Hey, look, a thing. Let's see this. Hecaton Piercer.
Sparks are gonna fly.
Ooh. Interesting. You can kind of grab. It's kind of spawns some extra arms. Whoa, it jumps differently compared to a normal Ares as well, unless they change that in this game. Oh, an Ares jumps. Okay, I'm gonna take this really quickly. I just want to play a little bit. I just want to play a little bit. We can see the transformation sequence. Or not. Oh, this one doesn't transform. It's like the Restvelg. It just runs. Normal Ares do transform. You saw it briefly in a cutscene when Laufer stole the Ares and it went into a vehicle mode. This one just runs. Interesting. Blade Flurry. Don't quite get to see the full animation. You guys are a little bit too weak. Charge Mantle grants melee attack up, range attack up. So these are. Oh, that's kind of cool. And then the Shield Mantle grants barrier. Okay, so they both seem to have kind of the same animation. Interesting. Hyper Blast. And presumably the energy from that blast colliding with the ghost weapon was able to open another universe. Also can't help but notice that, like, that ghost ship that fired that laser that collided with that one attack just so happened to be, like, the same one that has been used, like, in Xenoblade Chronicles X before with, like, the original release, with, like, the original opening cutscene. Those, like, spikes coming out and charging up. It seemed like they reused that exact same shot. Which, hey, I mean, save expenses where you can and stuff. Interesting. So it just persists for a while. Oh, yeah, it just keeps going for a while. Yeah, it just keeps going as they teleport around. That's kind of cool. And then we have Chaos Cannon.
Did you learn that in the Air Force?
It's an honor to hear that from a legendary pilot like you, sir. Thanks.
That's cool that there's, like, the unique party dialogue and stuff. Yeah, that's interesting. And then just, like, the basic weapons.
Slow me down.
Wait! Hold on!
We'll be done in a jiffy.
Can you handle my scale?
The Sword of the End? Wait a second. Wait a second here. That draw animation.
We'll be done in a jiffy.
Time to go crazy.
Is this gonna answer other questions of Xenoblade 3? The way he draws that is exactly the same way that Noah, in the one cutscene, the one instance, that was it. Just one cutscene, draws the Sword of the End, the Sword of Origin, where it's like he pulls it out of his chest. Can I switch weapon types here? Ares M Blade, Ares M Blaster. So the drawing on this is out of the chest as well. Like, clearly it seems like the one with the sword is the, has the more effects with the animation. It seems like. Not as much with the cannon. But M Blade, like there was more of a glowy effect with the sword. Yeah, that draws a clear parallel to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. It doesn't continue to draw it out of the chest in battle. Probably take too long. Just, interesting. Just when initially going. I love how it just runs. And then the flight on this. Ooh, the spin. Kind of cool. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to see flight on this really quickly. Huh. There was a thing here, I thought. I thought I saw a yellow marker on the map here somewhere. Oh, here. I'll grab it really quickly. Oh, man. I'm allergic to grabbing it really quickly, unfortunately. Okay, I'll take this really quickly. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, so it drops someone just like a normal Ares, though. Let's back up again. Different sound effects, though. And yeah, a higher jump when we're dashing. That's interesting. And we just start running. Yeah, I think the Restvelg in this one might be faster than regular skulls on the ground.
I'd say we're in the right place, huh?
Only ganglion bodies, though.
Seems like our engineer might still be alive.
Yeah. Let's confirm.
Who goes there?
It's you.
You again. I see. Looking for your friends, are you?
Do you know where they are? What happened here?
The people of Roth have accepted your exit strategy. We decided to send our younglings to NLA first. We were passing through here en route, where we encountered and assisted human troops in combat with the Ganglion. We were able to claim victory, albeit at a price. I'm transporting our wounded.
Now I see. We thank you.
There is no need. Your friends are safe with us, undergoing treatment at our stronghold.
Ms. Bweed, did you see a Manon in the soldiers' company?
I have not seen any, no. But there were other units. Maybe they escorted them.
Could we accompany you now, on the way to your stronghold?
Yes, you may.
What's going on?
Looks like a job half done.
You die! Die like beasts!
Let us handle these ones. You have wounded. Get them somewhere safe.
I hear. All yours.
You know, what I'm honestly starting to think for, like, the direction of the story at the end of the day... Here, go ahead and get the thing, after drawing not the Sword of Origin. In terms of the direction the story might end up going, is I wonder if this is going to be one of those games where it's, like, right before you, like, after you do the final mission, the game then puts you, like, to the point just before you did the final mission. So, like, the final mission is never completed, like, gameplay-wise. It'll always put you, like, right before it. Because they exit strategy into the new combined world of Xenoblade 1 and 2. And then Xenoblade 1, 2, 3, X, and Saga are all in one universe at the end of this, kind of, like, 3 implied, minus the X. Well, I'm starting to wonder. That's kind of what I'm starting to lean towards here. Because then when they do Xeno something else next, if that is the direction that they take, everything's all there. And yeah, like I was saying earlier, sometime after I'm through with this playthrough, the next Xeno playthrough is definitely going to be Xenosaga. Especially considering it seems like that stuff is going to get tied in here very soon. I know I could have just teleported, but it's kind of fun to just, like, run across Oblivia. Do I have things that I can give to you? I just saw the marker on the map. Hi. Hi. How's your gathering work coming along? Things are surprisingly good on my end. I peeked into a cave I happened upon down by the shore. I came out with 75 angel stones. Not half bad, right? Wow. Whoa, come on. It's not that crazy. These things happen to everyone, right? No? Just me? Back in 3rd grade on Earth, I found this backpack in the woods on my way home from school. Opened it up and found 10,000 bucks. A TV crew came to my house and everything. Super embarrassing, actually. Sorry, still on assignment here. Focus, May, focus. So, where are you with the 2 ebony Evelo eggs and 2 magical finding rods, Harmonia? Here you go. Also, think about people that I need to save in different places. Mia was in Noxulum before, which means the next one should be somewhere in Oblivia, but I haven't seen, like, a quest marker come up, so I don't know if there's other conditions I haven't met, or what the heck. I would think that it would just go, like, Noxulum, Oblivia, Sylvalum, Caldros. I think it has been so long since doing the Mia quest line. I don't think I did during my playthrough 3 years ago, so I don't remember exactly. Well, really? Wow. How embarrassing. Not only do I not have all the angel stones yet, I still haven't found the 2 redwood apricot antlers I need either. Talk about useless. I'm really letting you down here. I'll get them. Oh no, I couldn't possibly ask you to. Hey, wait. Insisting on doing everything myself is what got me into this mess in the first place, huh? Alright, maybe I could ask you for help one more time? To get the remaining angel stones together no matter what it takes. If you could bring me those 2 redwood apricot antlers, I would really, really appreciate it. I forget whether I advanced this quest on camera or off camera, where she said that she needed to get like 80 of a particular collectible type. But yeah, so this is basically like ground movement, but in a skell, is what this one very much feels like. With a super high jump. Yeah, I could have easily fast traveled like right next to here, but I kind of want to play with this running Ares. That's what I wanted to. My goodness. Whee! It jumps so high! I know you can just fly as well, so there's not too much point in it, but that is pretty cool. Alright, while we're doing stuff here, I may as well go ahead and do that. But that skell is pretty fun. Whoa, my goodness. Too bad you can't assign it to anyone. Like a one-of-a-kind unique skell, and it's only when you're playing as Al. But thank goodness it's one of those games where you can play as other characters. Because, yeah, that skell is a decent smidge fun. I'm finding a little bit more fun with it than a regular Ares. Is what I'm finding here. Though it's been a long time since going around with a regular Ares. Having so many arts compared to just, like, 4. That's nice.